The experiences that travel bring your life is so worth any discomfort you may feel. Like, it's not that bad. And as you get further from the experience, you remember less of all that discomfort and more of what you gained from that experience. So hi friends, and welcome back to AmandaMuse. Welcome to the back of my minivan. I just so happen to be sitting here waiting. We're killing some time, Jack and I. He's over here making a bunch of noise, so that's what that is. But I figured let's make a video because I have time and I did my makeup. We don't waste these opportunities, do you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about travel. You guys know I have just spent the last month traveling. We're still in the midst of traveling. It's just a little easier because now we're with our in-laws in Canada. And if you're like, what is this girl talking about? I'll leave some links below for videos that you should probably check out so you can bring yourself up to speed. We left Malaysia about 4 weeks ago and we went to Thailand. We traveled to, where else did we go? Hong Kong, then we went over to the Philippines, and now we're back in Canada. So that's a crap ton of travel with 2 kids. One is 2 and a bit, almost 3, and the other one is turning 8 months old tomorrow, which is crazy. So, I mean, we started food, we've had sleeping issues, there's been a whole bunch of stuff, but I would like to say that overall, it was doable and manageable, and I would say, you know, highly recommended to travel with your kids. I have thought that it was too difficult to travel with kids, and now I'm here to tell you that I'm a changed person and that I just think it's worth it and you can do it. So if you have to do it and you're feeling stressed and you're thinking, oh my god, I don't want to do this, it's manageable. And if you have the desire to travel but you're thinking it might be a little bit too much, I'd say just go for it. So here I'm going to share with you 10 tips for travel with kids. First one is less is more. In terms of what you are packing, everything can be purchased wherever you go 9 times out of 10. I mean, there was a few places, like when we were in Boracay, okay, there wasn't that much stuff, but there's still toys, there's still diapers, there's still all sorts of crap that you can get. Everywhere we went, we dumped stuff. When we went from Malaysia to Thailand, I'm not kidding, you know those big recyclable grocery bags? I left 3 bags full of stuff for the maids. So believe me when I say, less is more. And you will thank yourself because if your luggage is too heavy, oftentimes you have to pay extra, so try to go with the less is more approach. Number 2, you can buy diapers everywhere. Initially when I packed our bags, because I tend to pack like a few days before, I threw in a bag of diapers. My husband looked at me like I had 3 heads. He's like, what are you doing? You're wasting space with this giant bag of diapers. Just to bring enough diapers for what you need for the flight, maybe for the first night, and that next day. So, you know, whatever that is for your kid. For my kids, I think 5 diapers a day is a lot. So, I mean, he's the only one in diapers. And Esme would do just sleepy time, like good night, kind of pull-up style. So I had a couple for her and had a bunch for him, and that was sufficient. And I would just buy a bag everywhere we were. Number 3, bring extra clothes for you and the kids on the plane. Children tend to have big blowouts on planes. He didn't necessarily have poopy blowouts, but he had lots of pee accidents where he just like peed through diapers that he normally wouldn't pee through, so that was really irritating. And in terms of clothing, like I never dressed the kids in like outfits, like baby kids I mean. Like for Jack, he wore onesies and that was what he wore, and I packed like 3 onesies. And I think we pretty much used them all in terms of the long haul flight. Short haul is different. If you're only on the flight for an hour, I mean, do your normal day-to-day. Jack would be wearing this outfit, it's no big deal. But when you're looking at like 12 hours of travel and the kid will be sleeping, you want him to be comfortable. At least that's my mentality. So, and it's easier to just have them in their comfortable outfit already. For yourself, like I got pooped on and luckily I was able to get that out. But I did bring an extra shirt because, especially because I'm baby wearing and I'm breastfeeding and you know, you might be sweating because you're lugging a bunch of kids around. Like, it's just nice to have an extra shirt to switch into. Even for Esme, like for my toddler, she had a little pee-pee accident because she'd fallen asleep at one point, and generally she sleeps with a pull-up on, and so she fell asleep without one, and when she woke up she peed right away in the seat, which was like no big deal. You just like put a little blanket and she was fine, but we did have to do like a whole outfit change. So a couple of pairs of panties, like a long pair of pajamas like with pants and the top, and then a couple outfits that she would like to wear, and we were like golden. Number 4, snacks make the world go round. So on most long haul carriers, you will have snacks. They will provide you with things like an apple, or you can ask for like a dessert, an extra piece of cake. Now, if your kid is a little bit more picky, which let's be honest, most toddlers are pretty freaking picky. So like Esme could live on goldfish crackers. Don't feel shy to throw a bag of goldfish crackers in your diaper bag or in your backpack, because you want to be able to, I'm not going to use the word bribing, but then again, I am going to use the word bribing. Like, you need to be able to have something for that kid to nibble on. Whatever candies they like, you know what? I think that all of your parenting, like, rules and that should be tossed out the window when you long haul travel, because it is all about survival. So snacks are everything. Number 5, bring your favorite baby carrier, and don't be shy to use it. Like, once you're up in the air and once the seatbelt sign goes off, if your kid is cranky, get up. Like, don't sit in the chair with a crying baby. That drives me crazy. I'm just like, stand up, walk around, like, go to the galley and rock your baby. The flight attendants don't care. Everybody wants that kid to be quiet, so I would just say, do whatever you need to do. Number 6, don't overpack your luggage. I kind of mentioned this at the beginning, where less is more, but I highly recommend this with your luggage. Like, we were 2 adults and 2 kids, and granted, we were going to do some extended travel in tropical countries, but then we also had some cool weather clothing in our bags, and just, you know, a few items that we were bringing back to Canada because we knew we were going to be here a little bit longer, and we still managed to do it with just 2 suitcases and 2 backpacks. Number 7, schedule in downtime. When you travel to these places, you are going to want to see so much, and it's so exciting, but it's also really nice to do it with kids that are not so cranky and parents that are actually feeling rested. So what we did is that we still followed our regular daily routine. I'm just not into like big action-packed days. I never have been. It is not my style of travel. Even when I was pre-kids, I remember I took a girls trip to Malacca in Malaysia with one of my friends, and both her and I midday were like, we're freaking tired, and we had a full-on nap before dinner. I love naps and I like downtime, so I work it into my schedule, and I think it makes for a much more enjoyable trip. My number 8 is, if you are on a plane or if you are in a hotel and you need something, just ask. Like, if you're on the plane and you want an extra pillow or you need an extra blanket, like, don't be shy. People are very accommodating to you when you are traveling with children, because they can appreciate that it's not the easiest thing to do, and whatever they can do to help to make it a little bit easier, most of the time they will. For example, when we were in the hotel, I mean, we've been traveling for so long, like, Esme was done with like all sorts of hotel food. She just wanted a banana occasionally, or she wanted, you know, some crackers and cheese. So we would just call the, you know, room service and say, hey, can we have a banana? And they're like, all right, they brought up a banana. Can we have a couple crackers and some cheese? No problem. It wasn't on the menu, but again, people are willing to accommodate. They, of course, charged us, but I mean, it was very minimal, and they just probably made up a price, and we were okay with that. Number 9, pick your battles. This is probably like the biggest rule of life, but especially when you're traveling, it is not easy. It is stressful. Your husband's going to irritate you. Your kids are going to irritate you. You're probably going to irritate yourself at some point. Like, it's just, everything gets so annoying and overwhelming at times. Not all the time, but at times. And like, sometimes Esme just did not want to have a bath. I mean, we're still in that mode. So you know what? Sleep in your damn tutu. I don't care. Just go the F to bed. Do you know what I'm saying? So pick your battles. If your husband's irritating you, just be patient. You know, you probably aren't having all your glorious moments either, and maybe he's being patient with you. So all I'm saying is, when you travel, just, you gotta let things go a little bit, because it just makes it for a far more enjoyable experience for everybody, and yourself included, because you don't need to get all stressed out. It's not worth it. And my last point, my last tip for travel is just do it. I think it is worth it. I think your children experience such wonderful things, and just, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, but she won't remember it. Yes, but she is a changed person because of it. Like, Esme knows what a beach is like, what sand is like. She swam in the oceans. She's seen an elephant. She has picked coconuts. She has now gone tobogganing. She's tried all sorts of interesting foods. She's gone scuba, like, she's gone snorkeling. I mean, there are so many interesting things that affect your family and affect your children, no matter their age. And I just think too, just even as an individual, like, it's so nice for me to have gotten to experience those things by myself, but also, you know what I mean, for myself, but with my family. And it gives you confidence when you know that you can do it. And if you can travel with your kids, you're like, yes, I did it, you know. And once you kind of get over that first hurdle of travel, it's really not so bad. So I would just say, don't let your fear rule you. If something scares you, sometimes there's so much to gain from it. So just do it. So that's it. That is my tips for travel. I hope you enjoyed this. If you've done some travel and you think of some tips that I haven't mentioned, please leave them below, because eventually I will be traveling again and I'm all about making it a little bit easier on us. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe so you can catch all of my videos. I put out videos at least twice a week, and one of those is a weekly vlog. So hit the button, watch my videos. Be sure to stick around, catch me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys. I'm thinking I'm going to commit to 2 videos a week, with the possibility for maybe a 3rd bonus video on the occasional Friday. And he's leaving. What a dick. Look at him.